In this video, we are doing some cheap cosmetic repairs to our cheap Cummins, the $2,000 red beast of a Cummins. So, a little update on this truck right here. The effing hot one. We are use the big Duramax right here to jump it, because this battery is kind of dead. It's not the greatest, it's not the biggest. So I'm gonna grab the jump pack. So now that we got the cables on, let's just see for gigs if anything's gonna happen. What is your bet? There we go. Cranking ridiculously slow. So we'll let her charge. So we got her running. Whoa! Woo! Got her jumped. Airing up one of the tires that has gone flat. I'll wait for this to cycle just one more time, fill all the way up, finish filling up that tire. The rest of them are good. And it's crazy, I can't understand how the back of this truck looks so good, but this is so bad. I just don't get it. This is really, really bad. This is bad. This is horrible, but this side isn't that bad. I don't get it. But next up, we are taking care of this. All the moss, mold, mildew, grime on this thing, because it's dirty. I mean, it is very dirty. I'm not talking that kind of dirty. Dirty Max dirty, but just filthy dirty. We got the nice one back there, this nasty one right here. But I wanted a project. I thought it would be fun, and I want to show you that you can do this on a budget, enjoy your builds, do them profitably, and yeah, have fun ripping them too. We got to get her filthy before we get her cleaned off. So this is just helping with the filth. Here's the aftermath of the little escapade of sorts. Not too bad. A little mud, that's all. Ain't nothing. We got views on country views. Listen to that spoolie. Good. Into the super wash, that bay is full, that bay is full. We got
yelled too.
So here she is, looking fresh, truly looking fresh. Not bad. I can fix this easily with some clear. The hood, I don't know, probably not salvageable, but oh well. So first order of business with this truck is going to be swapping out the grill, because I don't know, well, hopefully you've taken note of how bad this thing looks already, but it's a little busted, it's a little broken, and this guy wasn't too expensive, so we are swapping it out for black grill, throwing on some black fender flares, gonna repaint the stacks with black so it pops. I'm thinking black wheels, so it's gonna be red and black, just like a third gen that I used to have, but this is gonna be the second gen. It's effing hot. So
We happened to be looking under the hood here and thought I saw what looked to be nitrous. Looked a little closer at it as
that's not nitrous,
extinguisher.
that's a fire extinguisher in case it gets too effing hot. So we got the old grill off. Now, time to get the new one on. I don't know if this is the best tool for the job, but it's what we're working with. So we got Colonial Red to try to blast this hood a little bit. Obviously, we're not putting much time, effort, energy, etc. into it, not doing any sort of masking and not getting color match, because even if you get the right color, it'll have tiger stripes. So we're not going for perfect, we're just going for better. And maybe you can see how it looks now, and we'll do a little after. The big thing is I want to hit this so that it's not as glaringly bad, and then I'll handle stuff like this. And I don't know why they did the black here, but I'm also gonna get that with a similar red, because I think that just looks better. But this whole truck will be spray painted, I guess, other than, well, the back. Budget build complete. Better. Catching the sunset vibes. Got the truck vibes. Ooh! So we got whatever this green is, and I thought it was moss or mold or mildew, but it didn't come off. So I'm just gonna tap it with the red, and I think call it a day. That's a lot better than green. So it's starting to get a little dark out. The sun has finally set. We switched to the camera so you're getting a little higher quality action, but we're pulling her. Oh, it's birdie season. We are pulling her in the barn. this pipe used to be black and it used to work, but now neither of those hold true. It doesn't work and it's no longer black, it's faded, it's rusty. So I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of black paint just to bring it back to life. Not gonna mask, which is a little ballsy given that we have red paint, but we have a black tinted window. I'm not too worried about it, and I'm pretty proficient with the spray can, so I'm gonna get to it. Now, real quick, I gotta interrupt for this, because you can't beat this. I mean, for in the Midwest, it doesn't get too much better than that. And even, I'm assuming, over this way, it looks pretty nice. Yeah, just a nice, beautiful sunset. And hey, really quickly, yes, I understand that this is not the best paint to use in this instance. If these stacks were actually functional, when they become functional, it should be high temp paint. Because obviously you're dealing with high temps, so it's going to crack, it's going to do whatever. I'm not going to be fixing the function of the stack, and whoever does it can do that. I didn't have any high temp on hand, and this stuff is $1, so I'm just rocking it right now. So none of that solid.
Try for something.
Yeah, do you want to drill while I hold? So I'm doing a few final touches on the budget, just absolute ripper Cummins. And with that, I forgot to show you this. So I ended up pulling this dent to the slightest and then throwing some Bondo in here, which, yes, I understand it's not the proper fix. I'm sure I'll get a lot of flack. I'm sure I'll get a lot of hate for this. However, the rest of the truck is really rusty, and I don't know if you saw the over fender. Like, you can clearly see the rust bubbling right there, and then there's rust at the bottom of the door, and there was a little bit of rust on the rear. There's rust back here. There's rust on the other side, underside. There's rust pretty much everywhere on here. So in the spirit of keeping this build super low budget, instead of buying 2 new fenders, because this one needed to be replaced because of the dent, and this one also, you can see, has rust bubbling, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to pull the dent as far as I can with a hammer and a screwdriver, drill a small hole into it, pull it as far out as I can, and then throw in some body filler for the rest. So that is what I did. It's not perfect, but it's super cheap, and it looks better than a big dent and gouge. And then back here, in the spirit of the red and black theme, I think I might do this bash bar in black, mask everything else off. I think I might do this in black, like the bash bar itself, not the bumper. But then I want to do this lower section that's rusting in black as well. I think with the taillights being smoked, the black wheels, the black fender flares, it'll make it nice and congruent. Back here, clean it up a little bit. So that is what I'm going to do next. And if I can set the phone down, then I'll show you how I'm doing it. So I'm officially out of this red, but I got it painted. Does it look like garbage? Sure it does. But it's better than it was, and it was virtually free. I also touched up this spot right there. I mean, you're not going to see it driving down the road, but up close, it's not a show truck, but also you can see there's all this bubbling and back here. Like, it needs a new fender. If you want a nice show truck, it also needs a new door. Anyway, got that done, and also got the little black stripe. that I think turned out really, really well. I like how it looks with the sacks, the wheels, fender flares, all that. So now I think the final thing that needs to be done that hasn't gotten done, that's usually done on all the trucks, is a little cleaning of this interior. I don't know how well you can see it. This could be super glued and sealed, and then we'll have a rip-free interior. Pretty gross dash mat up here, but then this is just filthy and there's some like weird carpet. I never detailed this thing because someone's buying it for what's in there and not what's in here. But it'll take 5 minutes to vacuum, so cold start. Not bad. To do any sort of crazy cinema reel in here, you can see it's just kind of dirty. It's got the weird floor carpet, the rip in the seat that I mentioned, some trash. What else do we have? Some wires that could be tucked, this controller that needs to be better placed, the boost gauge that I don't know if I'm doing anything with that. And then I have some miscellaneous stuff back here. We have the subs and the template. So, yeah, we are off to the races with getting this thing detailed. So after an astonishing 5 minutes, or less, here is the interior. Not perfect, super glued, stitched, not a hole, vacuumed, stains are still here, dirt's still here, but this looks a heck of a lot better than it did. This looks a heck of a lot better than it did 5 minutes ago. So for that, I'm happy. And keep in mind, this thing has 275-ish on the dash. So what's it matter? Anyway, may need to get some WD-40 on that hinge. I would say I'm pretty happy, pretty complete with this thing. So we got the wheels on. We also got the center caps on now. So we have the final mod before the build. The build is complete. Hey, big comer. So, you hold me?
Just be a real man, just hop over that. He is a big comer though.
You got the Bondo spreader.
Hopefully you liked that video, and yes, one final disclaimer, I'm aware these aren't the highest quality fixes, but it's a cheap truck which merits cheap fixes. Now, all of the work performed was cosmetic, so I'm not putting anyone in danger by cheapening out on mechanical repairs or anything of that nature, so we're good to go there. So hopefully throughout the course of this video you were able to see this vast improvement with not much money invested in all of the fixes and repairs. And a couple things before you go: if you like the video, give it a like, drop a comment down below telling me what you thought, what else you want to see, what else I should do to this truck. And most importantly, if you're interested in learning how to drive your next truck or any vehicle at absolutely no net cost or even profitably, then click the link down below. With that in mind, subscribe if you want to stay updated with the build, with the profits or the loss or any other drama on this truck or any other vehicles that I have on the channel. Definitely do that. And with that in mind, I will see you on the next one. Peace.